Well, alright, people. So I want to do a video here on what the Undertaker said on the Joe Rogan podcast, calling WWE soft. I know this happened a few weeks ago, but I figured I'd make a video on it anyway. Um, I found this funny. First off, because Undertaker is very much associated with WWE. He very much loves Vince McMahon, but it was so awesome to see somebody like the Undertaker, a WWE legend, somebody who's still associated with the company. He's probably got a Legends contract. He's fucking like best friends with Vince McMahon. I mean, Vince McMahon practically sucks his dick 24/7. It was so nice to see Undertaker bash this company, because you hear so many people kind of be politically correct about this company, so many former wrestlers or current wrestlers, and it was just really nice to see Undertaker tell the truth and call this company what it is: a piece of shit, a piece of PG garbage. I mean, the PG era is definitely not the only reason why this company sucks. It may not even be the main reason why this company sucks, but it's definitely contributed to the downfall in a major fashion. It's definitely hindered the ability of the non-creative team to create edgy, fun, and storylines that are actually made for adults instead of made for the family, the children, the women. Um, so it was really nice. I actually think Undertaker was kind of getting more towards the attitude in the locker room, where kind of people were more tough, more rough around the edges back in the day. But I also got the impression he was saying it more from just like a general aspect of kind of the shape the company's in now, with everything being pussified in today's generation, with everything being politically correct. Everything has to be PG, and we can't offend anybody. I think he was getting towards that as well. Um, but it was really nice, and that's what WWE needs. They need a little bit of a wake up call from one of their legends, one of their legends that they keep having to reach back to, keep having to reach out to, because even though he's 20 years past his prime, they keep having to reach out to him because they can't build any new stars for today's era. So I mean, Undertaker was definitely correct in saying this. And I just saw. I wanted to do a video on this because I actually just popped right back into my head because I was reading an article about how John Cena disagrees with Undertaker about it. There is no better example of how this company turned soft other than the the man himself, John fucking Cena. You can't see me, never give up. I mean, that just screams softness. That screams PG era bullshit right there. Cena saying that, oh, I disagree with Undertaker. WWE is just different now, guys. It's not soft. It's just different. Of course, it's soft compared to the Attitude Era, and it's not. I don't even blame John Cena personally. I blame the non-creative team. I blame whoever gave him that stupid ass gimmick of being a PG motherfucker who was shoved on our throats for years and years and years. Notice a lot of people are kind of saying what I was saying 7 or 8 years ago about John Cena. It was very popular to say fuck Cena, I hate Cena. Cena's the worst 10 years ago. I said I don't like Cena the character, but I do think he has talent. Now it's like all these people all of a sudden love him now that he's like semi-retired, or kind of almost retired, I guess. Um, but there's no doubt about it that Vince McMahon and his stupid creative team, the stupid PG direction that they took of shoving this man down our throats week in and week out, having him come out there and say, cut bullshit promos, bullshit PG promos. However, when he did cut legitimate promos, he would cut a good promo. That's what I would say. Like, this man has talent. It's just the direction WWE is taking him is totally wrong. Um, but again, there's no better example of the PG era than John Cena and just the softness of WWE. I mean, you go from Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. You go from all these badass characters that appeal to people over the age of 15. You know, I mean, not even fucking it doesn't even have to be adults. I mean, it's just appealing to an older demographic. I mean, you could be in high school and this shit's pretty much still appropriate for you. It's not like people are getting raped on this show or anything like that. I mean, it's not like it's you know, but you go from that and the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era to a show that's made for children, a show that's made for kids, a show that's geared towards kids. And they went with this, oh well, it's a family friendly environment, guys. We want the kids to watch it and the mom and dad to watch it too. But that's total bullshit because for the kids to watch it, you have to make it appropriate for the kids. And again, it doesn't make any sense. You cannot walk that fine line, in my opinion. Uh, you know, like you look at something that involves the main thing about wrestling is violence. It involves scripted violence. I mean, how can you advertise that to a child, a 9-year-old child? I mean, is that a good influence? But then at the same time they have to pussify it down to justify it being PG, therefore alienating their older fan base, the more mature fan base, the more hardcore fan base. So I don't give a fuck how much money they made. I'm not really concerned about that by going PG. I'm concerned about my own opinion, and that's what I am giving people. You always see people, oh, but they made money. They got more contracts. They got more sponsors. I don't give a fuck about fucking sponsors, people. That they don't. The fact that let's say Disney sponsors WWE or they have a contract with ESPN, that don't do shit for me. I'm just here to give my opinions, people. I'm not here to read off the fucking raw ratings week after week. I'm here to give my fucking opinions. And that's what I'm doing. So I mean that's basically it. That's my thoughts on Undertaker saying WWE was soft. It was nice to see a legend call out this company for what it is, a deteriorating piece of shit company that needs a wake up call, needs a serious wake up call to really improve their product, really. And again, I'm just looking at it from my perspective. I mean, maybe there are millions of kids and women out there that love this shit, but I'm just coming at it from my perspective. And there's definitely a lot of people like me because I see them all the time that are irritated about this product. And WWE, I think, really needs to take those fans seriously. Really needs to take those people seriously because that's a major part of their fan base. That's a major part of who buys the tickets, who buys the network. Who tunes in every week, who pretty much gives revenue to their company. So I mean, I just hope that WWE kind of pays attention to people like myself, people that like I used to watch this company week in and week out. However, I just was so tired of WWE alienating me that I stopped. So they definitely need a wake up call, and it was very nice to see Undertaker say the truth. Say the truth that this company fucking sucks. And it was nice to see somebody who's kind of a real guy. I mean, you look at Vince McMahon. I mean, is this guy a real guy or no? He's not. I mean, how could anybody ever relate to Vince McMahon? I mean, at least Undertaker, he was talking about how he paid his dues, how he, had to really work to get to the top of the company, how he had to go through all this shit to get to the top of the company. Vince McMahon, his fucking dad owned this company, before, so he was kind of giving it. Is that again? Is that saying that Vince McMahon didn't accomplish a lot? No, of course he's accomplished a lot. He's grown this company into a big fucking empire. There's no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it was just nice and refreshing to see, you know, Undertaker versus you look at a man like Vince McMahon, a fucking rich ass motherfucker that nobody can really relate to. I mean, this guy's a fucking just a freak, pretty much. I don't know what else to call this guy. Um, but there you go, people. There's my thoughts on Undertaker's comments on the Joe Rogan experience. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? So there you go, people.